Listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening to and watching Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the stuff your daddy never knew. And joining me tonight, we've got special guests Soundz, Don Benjamin, and JQ Official.
What up?
What's up, guys?
Good.
What's good? You guys brought it. You guys brought the energy today. I'm shocked. I'm amazed. They're like, we're going on a radio show. Let's just bring it. Yeah.
Let's be live.
So this is a first for us. We never get to have guests on that are we've never done a hip hop show. We've never done anything like occasionally we'll have a guest on that does music on the side, but we've never done a show based on music. So we're really gonna kind of explore that. You guys get to be the first real show about music.
First for everything.
Trendsetters.
Yeah. So let's go down. Why don't you introduce yourself, kind of tell viewers who you are, and then we'll go in order.
Okay, my name is Soundz. I'm an American songwriter, producer, artist. You know what I'm saying? I work with a lot of celebrities and artists, and I work with new artists too. So
cool.
That's what I do.
Perfect.
What's going on? It's your boy Don Benjamin. Y'all may know me from America's Next Top Model. Y'all may know me from Instagram. y'all may not know me, but if you don't know me, get to know me. We here. Yeah, I'm a model, recording artist, actor, just an entertainer.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And JQ.
Yeah, my name's JQ from South Florida. Y'all don't know me at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm an upcoming artist, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool to be here with, guys that's really doing things. So this is definitely a blessing,
Well, I've heard some of your music, man, and I gotta admit, I was kind of impressed, So I wouldn't have just had you on here.
I mean, you must have really liked it to put me next to these guys.
Well, your manager's a really good friend of mine, and I actually liked your music. I like the song. I think there's a really, really good groove with what we're doing. So,
all right.
It's got that love song, and we're gonna talk about a lot of that stuff tonight. We're gonna be talking about you guys' love life. Are you excited about that?
Yeah,
Crickets.
Gotta get it out.
Yeah. So okay, so in hip hop, I mean, let's see if we can try and figure out who gets more action. People in hip hop, rappers, or models. So what do you think, Don? Because you've gotten the best of both worlds right there.
I think rappers get more action.
You think rappers get more action?
Yeah.
Have you gotten more action since you started rapping?
No, but I hang around a lot of rappers and they get a lot more action than the models that I hang around.
Oh, okay.
They're not outgaming me. I'm just saying they're hanging out in both groups.
So what do you think it is? I mean, what do you think it's the kind of the charisma that comes with it, or do you think
swag
music
is a big
is that presence?
Yeah, you gotta have the swag.
Yeah,
just
some models he has swag. He's the one of the rare ones. You know what I'm saying? Some guys don't have swag.
Yeah.
Girls gravitate to swag.
Cool. So it's the swag factor. What do you think?
Swag. Yeah, I believe in the swag. Swag.
The swag factor.
The charisma, man. You gotta have that.
Yeah, if you have that, you trump.
Perfect.
Okay. I think women are really attracted to the talent too. You know what I'm saying? Like when a dude could rap or sing, he could be not that attractive, but the girl is attracted to that presence and the talent and the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree.
Yeah. So what do you guys? I mean, you've been in the industry for a while and you've worked with a whole bunch of different artists. Yeah. Do you find that there is a difference between what the person raps about? Do you find that if it's on the kind of the nicer end or they're just flat out crazy nasty end, do you feel like both it's equal in a girl's eyes, or do you think they just attract different kinds of girls?
I think it's an equal.
Equal?
Thing. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta have a cool balance with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff that I hear, it depends on the artist. If the artist is just going through that in their life, if they're going through it, I'm totally in agreement with it. But sometimes I don't like to just talk about stuff just to talk about it if it's not
if it's not there.
If it doesn't correlate with how someone can feel, about it.
Yeah. What do you think?
I feel man, the music out right now is the girls are letting the artists say whatever they want. They're calling these girls all kinds of names and the girls are just going for it. but back in the day, like girls like really connected to the love songs and whatnot. They wanted to like the more sensitive songs. Now like these hoes ain't loyal and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that is like what's catching these girls' eyes. So.
And I had a chance to look over your bio and kind of like, do some research on you. And that was one of your main points, was that you want to put out music that's more acceptable to the female demographic.
Yeah, like I try to keep a balance. Like I try to tell a story where I want to get to know the girl before I sleep with her, you know what I'm saying? But there's also like, I have like the dark side of me where it's like if I'm in the club, I've been drinking, you know what I'm saying? Like let's go have some fun tonight. But I definitely try to like really get that good side out, because nobody's really touching that let me get to know you first side anymore. Like it's all about my side bitch and you know, all that stuff, like my side piece and all that is like really big right now. So I want to kind of bring the other side back to light as well, just to, you know what I'm saying, keep a balance.
It's like, yo, let me take you on a date first. What's up now?
Yeah, my mama still listens to my music, so I still got to keep it cool sometimes.
That's a big thing too. My parents, my family, everybody still listens to my music.
Isn't that horrible? I mean, that's great. That's great. Sorry, Mom.
Watch what I say.
No, because my mom, seriously, she was such a Nazi when I first started doing my show, because she was like, oh, Jerod, you can't talk about that. That's wrong. Well, I saw that one thing, and like you probably shouldn't have girls like that on your show. So yeah, no, like
the world loves it, so you got to keep it balanced.
But that in itself is its own like little pressure cooker, because it's like you got your mom, who you want her to be involved with all that stuff, and then you also gotta put that stuff out to the masses. So it's like, how do you balance how do you balance being a good boy and then also
my mom thinks I'm just like a good boy, so she's proud. Like she wants to tell her aunt and my aunts and like my grandmother, and she wants to like tell everybody. She's like proud mom, but like you can't have certain lyrics going out. And she'll tell me like, man, you put something on your Facebook, you had some weed. Like, everybody's seeing that. I'm like, Mom, weed is legal out here. But
right.
you gotta take it out. Delete the post. What about you, bud?
I'm all about, the romance part, treat the girl right and all that stuff. The music is innovative now, so when it comes to the music, the women's are going to gravitate rather you telling them to shake their ass or you telling them that you love them, whatever you do, you know what I mean?
I think, and that's the catch, man. There's that catchy. There's the point. But there's, the beats are what when the beat drops, it's like, your top comes off. It's like, what are you gonna do? Yeah. And the lyrics behind that are.
I'm gonna throw some money.
I mean, it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's good to have the balance. Like, I'm saying, like Wale keeps a balance. J. Cole has a balance. Like, there's times to talk about shaking your ass, and there's times to tell a story and like to respect the girl. So it's like, if you could find that balance, like you could really win. You know what I'm saying? Because the girls are like, okay, because the girls, they want to turn up too. Like, they want to go out and shake their ass and not give a damn. And then they want to also, like, they may be feeling good one day and want to have a talk and, cuddle and watch The Notebook and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So if you find that balance, you win.
Yeah, and that's a big theme with Modern Male and what we're doing here. And everything, I mean, the whole show is, the book, everything that we're doing is I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's kind of be appropriate to the situation at hand. And, there are times when you can, totally romance a girl, and there are times when you just kind of tear clothes off and, what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think too much of any one thing in any environment's bad. You can drink too much water.
Right.
Right. I had a co-host when I first started this show who actually, he was like, yep. And I was like, oh God, here it comes. And he's like, I know that you can drink too much water because me and a friend of mine actually had a competition to see who could drink the most water, and we both almost passed out and died. I was like, yeah, you would. Drink too much water. So what do you guys? So are we celebrating anything? Is there any? I heard you were dropping a single, right? Is that still happening? Did it happen already?
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
I'm working on it. Me and my man right here actually.
That's right. You guys came right from the studio.
Yeah.
We're working on music as we speak.
We got a couple actually ready to go.
You didn't bring them, did you?
For the ladies.
Nah. I mean, they need to be like mixed and mastered and stuff, but like they're good. We're confident in them. So
I was ready to put it out there, but I want people to kind of get a feel for you guys. So I'm gonna see if I can Google some of this stuff. Do you have a song that you would like me to play that you guys have both worked on together?
I don't think we have nothing out right now that we did together.
Like, we're just now starting to work.
Okay.
Through the.
Do you have anything you want to promote whatsoever?
I got a project I just put out called Sheets.
Okay.
And that's like an EP of what I'm doing, like as far as my artistry. That's on SoundCloud right now. I just put that out.
Okay.
It's an amazing EP.
Let me see if I can find this.
And every song on there is downloadable, so go crazy. Download everything.
All right. This keyboard doesn't work, so screw it.
But if you want to find it, it's on soundcloud.com/soundsau. That's for add up. Add up.
That was a fail.
I also have a song out too, the Deeper Your Love featuring Aaron Fresh.
That's right.
It's out on iTunes right now, so y'all want to check it out, to hear what I'm all about, man. Y'all go out there and check that out.
Yeah, and I heard that. I've actually heard that. I listened to your stuff. You were kind of a surprise guest, but always welcome.
Surprises are the best.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. And on the same day that Sarah's not here anymore, we had a co-host, and she's no longer with us. So now it's like, it's perfect. I got 3 seats. I got a full audience. So what's your background? Have you always been in music, or did you kind of fall into music? Let's get to know you guys.
Me, I've been playing music instruments since I was 5.
Okay. So like Dr. Dre over there.
Yeah, I was a professional drummer at 5, and I was doing like concerts and stuff like that. And then, just wanted to be a regular kid. I just kind of started playing basketball, getting into sports, athletics, shit like that. And then I gave up music. I didn't want to do it. And then, like, senior year of high school, I just I found it.
Yeah.
Came back, and I just started making beats. And I just started writing, and I just, the beats kind of picked up more, faster than the writing. Being an artist, it's a little easier to sell a beat than to sell, artists. So I took that path.
And what about you, John?
Well, I started kind of writing rhymes, just messing around in high school. I was playing ball as well, and then I moved to LA in 2005 from Minnesota to kind of pursue like the music and the acting and just like push it full speed. And then I ended up falling into the modeling. One of my boys was like, "Man, you need to go on America's Next Top Model. It'll be a good platform to like push your music and everything." And I was like, I guess, man, why not? So I like went and auditioned, and like Tyra Banks called me up.
Nice.
And like I like really like pushed the music thing on them. Like they placed like a couple of my records on the show, and so it was all love, but it was a great platform to bring my music back to the forefront. But yeah, I've been like trying to really focus on music.
Yeah.
That's been like my passion since day one.
You got your music featured somewhere pretty. What was like a theme song for something?
I got a record called Jealous with Eric Bellinger.
Okay.
That one got placed on like some TV shows and stuff, and then
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so that was put on a couple shows.
That's cool. And how long was it before you, like, when you moved out here to like things started to happen for you? Were there any like kind of pivotal moments that things,
It took about 7 years of struggling. Like I was living in like Inglewood, Long Beach with like 5 people in one bedroom. And I was like, this ain't the California dream that they promised me. I was like, this don't feel right.
It's expensive to live out here.
It's expensive.
Jesus.
It's expensive. Like I felt like I was in like Boys in the Hood or something. I was like, it was rough, but I mean, I stuck it out. Like I came out with a few people. They went back home. I was like, I'm not going back home. So I stuck out like the grind and just networked. I go to LA, like Hollywood. I go to different clubs and like network with promoters and DJs and whatnot, and just like really try to build relationships and whatnot like that. But it took time, man. I thought it was gonna happen like in a year.
Yeah.
Year went by so quick that I was like, all right, another year.
Yeah.
And I felt like DJ Khaled. I was like, another one. Yeah. By like the 7th or 8th year, man, I got like my music started picking up a little bit. I, like right as Instagram started taking off, I kind of learned how to like get my numbers up. Like I learned how to work the Explore page and build my social media numbers, and the numbers kind of started growing. And then I went into Top Model with like, I think like 30,000 followers, which back then was like, if you had the K by your number,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, it was a big deal. So it's like, bro, you got the K? How'd you get that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was definitely like a grind.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And I mean, that was like, I mean, I know a few people who got on Instagram like right when the platform opened.
Yeah.
And I just kick myself in the ass every day for not doing that, because now it's like so oversaturated, and they're actually going to start to, I heard that Facebook owns Instagram, but they're going to actually roll out kind of the same ad platform that they did with Facebook. But what people don't realize is that in order for those ads to get exposure on your page, they have to take exposure away from people that already follow you. So yeah, now you can get like 2,500 friends or you get 5,000 friends on Facebook, but only 500 at a time can see it unless you boost your post.
Oh wow!
So they're actually going to start making people with big followings, Instagrammers and stuff, pay to have their followers see the stuff.
Oh wow!
So you have like 1 million followers. They're going to make you pay to have those million people actually
Wow,
get your
that's
stuff.
crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. It sucks, and it totally
They're
disheartens
tired
me.
of us making. They're tired of us making money off them and them not getting any
no
cut from
yeah.
it.
Well, you know, if they were smart, they'd set up like a mid-roll situation where they actually placed social media influencers with sponsors. That
Don't
would
they
be.
have sponsors and advertisers for that?
How much more money?
I don't
do
think
want?
they do it right.
Right.
How much more money do they want?
Right, they have all the
They make,
billions.
like they got billions and billions.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I never really understood how it works. It's like they got all these people using it, but then no ad space. Like I don't know how Facebook made money in the beginning. They just had to keep sucking money in until they finally unveiled, you know, the Facebook ads. But before that, like there was no advertising. So how would they make money? I mean, I just never made business doesn't make sense to me. That kind of stuff, at least, you know. But
That's crazy.
It's you know, it sucks. I know people who got famous on Facebook before Instagram came out, and then all of a sudden it's like you know, their posts went from 30,000, 40,000 likes to 500.
Yeah.
And they're over here going, what happened? And it's like, nobody told them that you have to pay for it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let this be a lesson to any young entrepreneur that's coming up right now, starting a mid-roll agency, something like that. I think it's called mid-roll, where it's the same thing with the podcast. It's a podcast advertising platform that basically hooks podcasts up with people looking to place products and advertise. So yeah, that would be a really smart idea if anybody wants to take it. There we go. So what about you, JQ? Like, where do you come from? What happened? How'd you get here?
Well, I'm from South Florida. You know, music has always been a part of my life, you know. So growing up in South Florida, you know, I'm an islander. You know, I come from a Haitian background, and all of my friends were Jamaican. So
He's been a journeyman.
You know,
What's up, brother?
So, you know, I used to listen to all types of music. So I just kind of fused everything together. And, you know, working in South Florida, I worked with everybody from Cool and Dre to Jim Johnson to Big D, my mentor. You know, the list goes on. But my sound, it was kind of different, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like, all right, well, you know, I need to bring it to a bigger scale instead of, you know, South Florida, because they're more into the trap and the, you know, the bass music. You know what I mean? I have a pop sound that, you know, is different from everybody, but yeah, you're in the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm one of those guys that, you know, just go hard, you know what I mean? And what got me out here was one of my boys was like, yo, Big D, my mentor actually was like, yo, man, you know, you need to come out here and, you know, explore.
This is the place for it, yeah.
More options, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, I'm a single father of 2 kids, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's like,
wow.
All right, the opportunity came because, you know, moms and dads, right now, we ain't got no pot to live. I'm a real one, so, you know, I ain't come from no fake life. I came from a real one, you know what I mean? So my mom's and my dad, and, you know, we ain't got no place to live, so this is my only option. And God just said, you know what? I got you.
Yeah.
God over here, and he basically created everything up to this moment. Gave me every moment, you know, every first step. Everything I'm seeing right now is for the first time.
Nice.
So
That's great,
it's a
man.
good feeling.
And does that, I mean, obviously that has to come out in your music, like.
It does, you know, but, you know, I'm more of those guys that don't like to talk about the pain.
Yeah.
I just like to talk about the joy. So, you know what I mean? I don't talk about my life or what I go through, because what I go through is not, you know, how I want to live. That's what I go through. I'm sure that's not what nobody want to go through. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm sure like once you've like, you know, got a couple $1 million, then you'll like go back to it and create like, you know, some awesome rap album that's about that.
I mean, you're gonna have to get my memoirs for that. You know, you know, we'll talk about that.
Well,
in my book.
even Eminem didn't lead with that. He ended up,
but-
you know, he had that, what was it, his first album, and then Marshall Mathers LP came out, and it talked about the struggle of getting there.
Yeah.
And then it was like, that was the best one. Yeah, and I think everybody kind of wants that moment.
Everybody has a struggle story.
After
so
that.
I don't look at mine any different from anybody else's. What I look is overcoming, you know, the triumphs. I look at those guys, you know, the guys who overcome those situations.
And it's like my favorite movie. I actually quote this movie. So I'm a dating coach, right? So I'll actually sit down and I'll quote Cool Runnings to people all the time, like to dudes, and I'll be like, "Look in the mirror, say it to yourself. I see pride, I see power, I see a badass mother who won't take no crap off of nobody."
That's actually my prayer.
Yeah, and it's such, you know, I love that movie. You guys have all seen that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
just-
I've seen it
yeah.
1,000 times.
No.
I went to Jamaica
haven't.
and they had like the Cool Running, like it was like all over the place. Like they was playing the movie like over and over in the airport. They had like pictures
wow.
and
I seen
everything.
Cool Runnings once. I think when I was young though.
What?
I haven't seen it again.
It's such a good movie, man.
I remember it's a bobsledding team, right?
Yeah. It's a
with
Jamaican
Dougie
bobsled.
Doug. Yeah, I don't remember Dougie Doug.
They were
was in
Olympics.
there?
They won the
Yeah.
Olympics and all that. It's historical. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it though.
So, all right, so let's get political for a second. What do you guys think about the Beyonce thing and all the crap that's surrounding that right now? The Black
Beyonce.
Panther thing. Does that did you guys care?
Beyonce, you can't say anything about Beyonce.
Yeah.
I don't care, man. She can do whatever.
She's
she
watching
wants.
us right now.
I mean, she's I don't think she did anything wrong. I think everybody's blowing everything out of proportion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole thing is stupid to me.
You know,
I was just wondering if you guys had an opinion because it's all over my Facebook feed, and I'm like, can I just get back to the cat videos? Like, I honestly don't give two shits. It flew over my head. I was completely sober for the Super Bowl, and everybody's like, oh my God, that was so racist. And I was like, wait, what happened? Like,
I didn't.
What was that?
I thought it was a good performance.
Me too. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
I was just kind of like stoked they brought Uptown Funk back for the second time. Like, I was like, yeah, let's get
The
it.
whole Super Bowl was amazing.
Oh man, he killed it.
Super Bowl was amazing to me. The halftime show was amazing. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was
what
actually
people
quite
saw
good.
Wrong with it.
They just.
But people look for shit to bitch about, I think, and it's like, and that's the thing. Like, it shows you just how popular bitching is over like doing shit.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody wants to bitch about what they don't have and what they see and and it's like, you know, there are a rare few people who end up, you know, spending every day working on something, building something. It's like, I don't have time for it. I used to care a little bit about what people said or thought or whatever, and it's just like now I'm so busy. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, whatever, fuck it, fuck you too.
Right. Exactly.
Like being an artist now, just seeing like how hard it is to perform like a perfect set. Mm-hmm. Like I have nothing I could ever say about Beyonce.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? She's just that good.
Or anyone in that particular.
Yeah, that's just it takes a certain amount of talent. To do
Yeah.
that.
I personally don't think she did anything negative at all.
Okay.
I mean, she just spoke up for what's actually going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for all of us, she didn't just speak it out. I don't think she did it just for, you know, us. She did it for everybody. You know, police brutality is not just against, you know, one set of people. It's against everybody.
Well, and there's a perspective there that I think a lot of white people don't understand, and they've just never been in those shoes. You know, they've never been in that
I mean,
situation.
some of them have, you know.
I have
some
white
of
friends
them,
that have been
they've
beat by the police.
Yeah.
So.
Some of them have. So, you know, it's I think it's just as equal. It's not talked about as much as it is about us. But, you know, police brutality is everything thing
It's a
across
thing.
the board.
Yeah.
It's a thing across the board.
Yeah. So, dating lives. Now we get to the good stuff. How are you guys' dating lives? I mean, are you guys on Tinder? Like, do you guys use Bumble? Like, what's up with that?
I'm alone, but not lonely.
Okay.
Forget what that means.
So
I've tried to use Tinder a couple times when I went to like other states, and the girls were like, "This isn't you. You're using that guy from America's Next Top Model's picture." And I was like,
I would think that too.
and I was like, so it was kind of like a fail, and then I felt weird using it, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to Instagram DMs.
Yeah, people.
This guy, man.
People have asked me if my stuff's actually real too. It's like all the time. I'm like I'm not even famous yet. Like, what are you doing?
You just look too good to be somebody real.
Yeah, no, and now there's petitions going around online that I'm a clone and stuff. Like, there's all sorts of weird shit. What about you?
Nah, I'm in a relationship. Excuse me. Yeah,
Okay,
I got
okay.
a queen.
This guy's lady friend. There we go.
No,
There you
lady
go,
friend,
rep-
I got a queen.
Oh, got a queen. Yeah, because you know she's watching
Yeah,
right
she
now.
is.
Who's successful on Tinder? I don't really. Tinder
No, I have a
isn't-
friend that is very successful on Tinder.
because it never works. You know what I mean? I
I've
go on
seen
there and
this.
I swipe, and then the cool thing is they might swipe back, but they're in another state or something like that.
You
And
got
it's like,
you got like the Tinder Premium because they don't tell you that when you're on. The Premium actually ends up screwing you over because when you're in the like the unpaid version, it only goes local, and you set your radius, man. What'd you
Yeah,
set your
pretty-
radius to?
Man, I had the radius set. We was on tour, and
You
I was
guys
just,
are
you know,
making me feel so out of date. Like, what is the Tinder? Like,
I don't want to get too much info.
So
but,
it's
you
a
know,
dating app, right? And you put it like it literally will show a picture of a girl, and you could swipe left if you like her.
No, left if you don't like
left
her.
it. See, haven't used it in a while. Left if you don't like her. Right if you like her. And then like if you say you like her and she likes you, it pairs y'all up.
She's swiping too
And the-
on the other end.
So
The
you get a
girls are
match.
swiping
well,
on
I
the
can't
other
even
So
have that.
girls
app
are
on my
swiping,
phone.
guys are
Yeah,
swiping.
no.
It's a lot of like, you know, we call those like 4 or 5s on a scale of 1 to 10. And girls.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot of 4 or 5s on there, so you know I swipe left a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, I have found that to be true, that there are a lot of women on Tinder who aren't, you know, it's a place for people to meet that are kind of, you know, of an average kind of, you know, but every now and again, I've met girls on there that were just like, I was like, damn, what the fuck are you doing on Tinder?
Yeah.
And they've gotten sick of, you know, being in or talking to the normal guy or the kind of guy that's going after them. And then the crazy part is, dudes have no shame.
Right.
So once Tinder opened up, you know, they gave it a while, and then all of a sudden, like my one of my girlfriends, she showed me what it was like to like go through the dudes' pictures. So we're going through, and I'm like, all these guys are fucking like look like supermodels, and I'm like, y'all motherfuckers, like just killing the game over here. All of them like actors,
all
models.
the guys are killing, all the girls are.
Hey, someone told me that you should put your profile, tell them what you do in your profile, take pictures with celebrities. Girls will automatically.
Yeah, but do you want
like
that?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, why would I do that? But it's rules of the game.
I mean, if you want an easy pickup.
Yeah, you got to do that.
At the same time, though, it's funny because I didn't really know what online dating was. I never used Tinder when I started this show, and I only got it because people kept asking me questions about it. I'm like, okay, fine. But, I mean, there's so much to be said for actually just going out and talking to a girl. Like, that, I mean, if you like a girl, going up and talking to her is the only way for me, really. I think I've met maybe like 2 people off Tinder, and we ended up working together anyways. I just kind of explored it for, you know, to be able to write about it and kind of give people advice about it.
Yeah.
But it's just
Was it
so
awkward after?
Well, it's awkward when you guys show up, and it's like it's funny that an app to make things less awkward about talking in person, when you actually do meet them in person, makes it way more awkward.
Yeah.
I like talking to girls in person. I like the old
I mean,
school.
I remember when you had to like go to the mall and bring like a notepad and a pen, and then talk, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the only way, and you had to actually go and like talk to them. So it's like
I remember that. Me and my friends used to go, and we would go and get girls' numbers. Like
Like,
that was the thing.
That was the thing.
My
Now
girl's
it's-
case messed it all up.
now like you'll see a girl at the mall, and then you'll remember her, and then you'll go look for her on Instagram, and then you'll hit her on the DM. It's
Straight
like,
slide
yeah,
in the
like
DM.
they
That's
can't even
it.
talk to
That's
them
it.
in person no more.
And I found that there's a huge discrepancy between people online and in person. You know, because there's things that you can't convey when you're on a dating app. It's like you can't convey that chemistry of that thing. Like there are girls that I would have swiped left on that I know in person that are just so sexy to me because of how they are and who they are. You know,
That's very true.
so you lose all of that magnetism and charisma and this and that. And then you got people like me over here, like I'm just jaded as fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna send you a hi and a smiley face, and that's it.
Right.
And I'm like, if we actually do meet, then you know it'll go from there. And
Right.
we'll, you know, hang
I
out.
think guys that's on there, they don't have, you know, they kind of setting their standards a little lower. You know, they just kind of wanted something easy. If you're in the streets, man, you just talk to girls, man. You don't know. You'll meet the most beautiful girl just by just being yourself, you know?
Yeah. And you know, timing. It's like we don't really control timing, so things happen when they happen. Like I'm sure when you met your girl, it was, you know.
It was on Instagram.
Was it on
It was
Instagram?
on
Slid in
Instagram.
the DM.
I slid right in the DM. Actually, was in the comments. I was that bold.
Dang, I respect that. My man.
Like,
got
I'm
it
gonna
off
put it
Instagram.
publicly.
No, I had a couple Instagram relationships. Tons of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Instagram is love connection. That's like, you know, Match.com.
I've definitely found more like prettier girls, like girls that were much more worthwhile on Instagram. But I'm not like actively out there looking for stuff. I'm more like trying to build my following, you know. So I'm always like looking at other dudes, like, oh, this guy's got a great following. What did he do to get there?
Yeah.
It's like the gayest thing ever. So do you guys feel like, I mean, is there ever a disconnect? Like, I mean, obviously you guys are, you know, you got the power, the charisma, you got these love songs, the serenade. Like, you would think it would seem like it's shooting fish in a barrel when it comes to the opposite sex. But are there any hangups? Like, do you ever have a disconnect? Are there any downsides to being like well known and you know, putting art forms out there and stuff? Because like, I don't know about you, but I get it all the time. Like, women will walk up and they'll be like, oh, well, you must be full of shit, or you must be a dick, or you must be a player, or you must be this.
Yeah.
And they just kind of kick you in the nuts before you begin. So do you guys experience that ever?
Oh yeah, I mean I deal with that so much. I was in a 6.5-year relationship, and then it kind of came to an end just because of the fact of like all my like following is like females, and she just kind of like couldn't really didn't really want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the comments, and when I'm out and like the girls, like we would be out on a date, and like girls would be just come running up on us and like rubbing on me, like trying to take pictures, and I'm like, and she just kind of like dealt with it, and it was too much. And now like that I'm single, like girls come to me like, why are you single? You must be a player, or you're like, you
it's
know,
half and
like,
half. Like,
yeah,
now,
it's
like,
crazy.
As much as the stuff I enjoy about being single is like the stuff that I hate, man. This is like the girls' assumptions of you. You know, like they don't know you at all. You know, they don't know your dating life. They don't know who you've been with. But they assume.
Yeah.
and you're just a big ass whore, you know. So it's like,
And then they're gonna make it really impossible for you to get him, because like if you're gonna get at me, boy, you gotta work for it.
Right.
yeah. But that's the same one that think that, but they'll be the same ones that want to date you, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to deal with.
It's
stuff
just
that's
games.
Unnecessary.
Games.
Unnecessary games.
I like
It's all
to deal
bullshit.
with confidence.
Yeah.
As long as she has confidence and she's confident in herself, then she shouldn't even worry about it. You know what I mean? Because it's going to go on regardless. You know what I mean? Your confidence should be like, yo, I own this spot. You know what I mean? And if there's another girl trying to own that spot, then you shouldn't be in this position at all. You know what I mean? Your queen's your queen, and there ain't no other name between. You know what I mean? And as long as everybody knows that and she knows that, that's all it is.
That was the quote of the night, man.
Hey,
Quote of the
you got
night.
the game.
That's how I explain it to my girl, because, you know, being out here, you know what I'm saying, it becomes a little, you know, they get a little insecure sometimes, but you got me, you know what I'm saying? Unless someone else, you're fighting with someone else for me, then you should have these worries. But if you're not fighting, then fall back. Oh, you're going to cut this rope, you know what I mean? I'm not cutting it, you're cutting it yourself.
Well, that's what happens a lot of times. They end up cutting the rope. Like, we are honestly not really, like, they'll think we're doing the most. Like, we could be playing video games, and they swear, like, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of strippers at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times, like, they mess their stuff up so bad in their mind that they fuck the whole thing
They
up.
mess it up
I'm just sitting
themselves.
there,
That's
I'm
true.
lost in thought. Like,
What are you doing?
oh man,
You know
no,
what
I
I'm
just
saying?
go through this every day.
Yeah.
Being single is great, but man, you know, it's like what girls do, man, to get your attention. and the crazy thing is, the actual girls that are the wildest, when they see a successful guy, sometimes it's the opposite happens. It's like they turn the wild switch off and turn it to wifey. You know what I'm saying? They put the wifey switch on real quick, and it's like, no, you're not a wifey, but they think, you know what I'm saying? But they think you're successful. They think that, man, this person, you know, this could be a good look for me.
Yeah.
You're
So,
helping them change, Soundz.
Yeah.
You're helping them
Kinda
change.
bro.
Accept it.
It's crazy.
You like the wifey creator.
Yeah.
Just walk through and bitches be like, huh?
Like, yo, you wasn't wifey last week. You know,
Well,
like
I wasn't
the
a
homie,
wifey.
you wasn't wifey last week with the homie.
Yeah.
Now you wifey now. Now you want to be wife. Okay.
That's so bad. Yeah, I mean, well, at least you bring out the best in people.
Hey man, I've turned a couple girls into wives today.
You're creating role models in the world.
I have.
That's great. What about you, Don? Do you find it's the same for you, or is it the opposite?
I tend to bring the wild side out.
I feel like girls
Of
just
the
be
girl.
running around you like, oh my god, have my babies!
I tend
You know?
to bring them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's so hard to find like good girls out here. You know, like there's a couple that are like, the good girls get turned out so quick in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the girls that I see like at church, or you know what I'm saying? Like you'd be like, oh, that's a good girl, and then like you hear stories about them, or you see them at like a house party, or you know what I'm saying? You see them in the club, or you see them on Instagram posting nothing but like ass shots, and you're like, so I don't know. It's hard to find that girl that you really want to call yours. You know what I'm saying? So I respect my man right here for actually finding one. But when you do find that one, like, I don't know, I think if they could look through all the BS that Hollywood has to offer, you know what I'm saying, then
They can look through that.
If they can look through
you're
that.
a superwoman.
you superwoman.
What Don don't know is he lowball my hero. Like 2 years ago, before I even
Oh, what?
before I knew who he was, I'm like, oh, the girls like this guy. Who's this guy? Like, why are the girls going? What does he do? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, that's my girl was the one that told me that's the America's Next Top Model. Like,
It's different when you're a model, man. Like,
oh, so that's why all the girls go crazy. I'm like, they go crazy. Did he go to jail? I thought he was a green-eyed guy that went to jail on TMZ.
I've gotten that a few times.
So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's why all
Dude,
the
I
girls
low-key
go
thought that
crazy.
too for a second.
Yo, TMZ actually stopped me about that. They did the same thing. I was like,
For real.
they were like, how does it feel that everybody's comparing you to this guy that's in jail or something? I was like,
I mean, he's a good-looking dude.
that's funny though, man.
No, it's just like, you got all the girls. Like, what you say? Like,
Yeah.
The girls is, what you just, and he was like, nah, that's the American Next Time. I'll say, oh, okay, now I understand. And then I started hearing some of your music as well. I'm like, okay, I get it.
in LA, man, it's real different in LA. You know, like, you got to have abs or you got to have a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Like, either or, you're going to be treated the same. You know, if you have a muscular, if you're physically attractive, you're going to get girls. And if you're successful, you're going to get girls. Anything in between, you're just gonna have a hard time. You're just gonna be.
I've seen
games.
Having done this show a lot and coached a lot of guys, I've seen that people connect in all sorts of different worlds. I feel like those are kind of two polarities there, and I feel like that's where you're getting into what is LA's about, and that's what kind of gives LA a bad name in a lot of respects. Yeah. So that's where you start getting the super fake titted, Instagram models that are running around and they kind of don't look anything like their photos when you see them. And they're kind of all just chasing this, like, let me see if I can fuck the richest guy or the best looking guy, or they're fucking the best looking guys, but they're going after the richest guys.
And the guys that are nice are just sitting there watching it all. The nice guys just sitting.
That's why you gotta find the girls with 2,000 followers or less, and they have like regular day jobs. You know what I'm saying? Then you're good.
And I'm actually, it's funny, on Instagram, I've talked to a few girls like that, and they're like, they get all weird. They're like, why are you talking to me? Like, and they stop texting you back. They're like,
they appreciate it.
This ain't gonna even work. They're over there thinking like, there's no fucking way. And I'm like, no. Like right now, normal is good.
That's the plus.
Like,
it's exciting. It's like,
you don't want somebody that's into that shit or into the industry or that's out there putting their face out. I mean, I go back and forth on it because sometimes I'm like, well, you kind of have to have a girl like that to understand what's going on. But at the same time, it's like sometimes it's just nice to like shut that shit off.
The girl that has 200 followers, she doesn't even own it enough to care about it. So
exactly,
that's the best situation. You got a person that has 1 million followers, she's on there every day.
Yeah,
this is her business. This is her business. So
that's her other boyfriend right there.
Right? Exactly. Be on it just as much.
It's you and 1 million dudes.
Right. you gotta entertain all of them.
And it's funny because I've actually dated girls with big followings, and you go to like take a picture or something, like I can't put a boy on my Instagram,
right?
And it's like, what the fuck, and then people get like really weird about the social media, like I don't have like a whole bunch of followers, but the second I started to come up, all my boys were like, what's up, dude, what's up? And I was like, just shout them all out, like I don't care if it made me look gay. I was like, it's my boy, it's my boy, fuck it, because it's like there's nothing more disgusting when someone's like so like that's all they got.
Yeah.
That one account, and they don't even own that fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's like I couldn't imagine like building your entire life on a platform that you don't own.
Right.
Instagram is so big, man. It's like the people are making money, real money.
Yeah.
So it's like it's giving girls confidence of no other.
Yeah.
Like I've seen confidence on a girl that has a certain amount of followers. That's why I like low followers, because it gets to your head a little bit if you got a certain amount of people just liking your pictures.
Well, it's different because there's confidence that comes from experience and all those things, but I think what we're talking about is the ego that comes from that, like that self-importance, entitled bullshit that people get from having like huge social media following. And it's crazy because I've had so many different guests on the show, and I've had like we had an Emmy winner on the show, daytime Emmy nominee or whatever, and this is a girl who's on TV every fucking day. And she was like the nicest, most humble person ever. But you have a few people that are just social media famous, and they're like the worst human beings ever.
Yeah, because like I think what happened was a lot of people with high numbers on social media, like they weren't cool before that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they got shut down a lot, and then they figured out how to like build social media, and then they got like cool off that, so it just went to their head immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Like the nerds,
like, now everybody wants me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people hold that ego.
Yeah, so
just getting all resentful and stuff.
But like a lot of because I know a lot of actors that don't have high social media followers and stuff, but like they're super cool, like down to people, because like they're people persons. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were in acting classes. They're outgoing, whatever. So got to their head.
Definitely, resentment.
Yeah, that a lot of followers come with a lot of shade too. You know what I mean? A lot of fake people come around, so that's hard to sift through too. You know what I mean? So
all those negative comments, that'd be driving the girl crazy.
Yeah, and then you get the counteraction from that. So it's like, all these people saying fuck you, and then she runs out and she's like, I'm the shit. Well, fuck it. You kind of have to project that counteraction.
It's so funny, man. My like I get like hate comments and stuff, and my mom has an Instagram, and she like goes in the comments and she'll like reply to everybody hate, and she'll like, don't talk to my son like that, fuck you. That's like, and I'm like, Mom, yo, chill out. What are you doing?
That's fucking hilarious.
And they're like, yo, Don, your mom's going crazy again on Instagram.
My mom actually does. She's I don't know if she hasn't figured out how to comment, or maybe she's just smart enough not to. But yeah, no, my mom, like every now and again I'll post something and I'll see like 3 or 4 likes, and I'll be like, that's not my last name. And I'll click on it. I'm like, oh crap, that was my mom. And it just terrifies you. It's like, oh, she was on my social media.
She goes hard.
Just creeping, you know.
Funny as hell.
But you know, those were your first supporters, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, when I first started that show, it was probably that little bump, you know, those 4 or 5 good friends, and you know, your family, and the people that were like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna share this and put this out there. And that's what gets you your momentum to where you go. So I'm over here like, man, if I gotta take that horrible photo off Instagram, I will. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, mom. I'll do it. We do it for moms. But you know, and that's it's funny how much the mom influences, because it's not just the judgment, you know, that, you know, mom's kind of putting that corral around you. You know, it's interesting to think that everybody has moms and everybody has sisters and stuff. And so that goes into how you treat women and how you're, you know, what you're putting out there and how it would even be offensive to, you know, a female and stuff. So I think it's just really kind of important. We had one of my first shows, we had this guest on, and he started talking about it, and we had him on with a porn star, and he was like, yeah, I just can't watch porn. And I'd never even heard of that. I was like, how does a guy not watch porn?
Yeah.
And he goes, honestly, I just can't separate the idea that is somebody's mother or sister. So, okay, kind of screwed it for me. I was like, man, I'm not watching porn tonight.
I mean, I watch porn and think that that's somebody's mother or sister.
I don't think
but
that.
I'm just weird.
This motherfucker freak.
That is
crazy.
a person. That's it. That's not a daughter, mother. I don't care about art.
Well, and the thing is, I mean,
That's art.
That's art. Sure.
And, well, procreation's, you know, kind of a natural part of life. That's how we roll.
Yes.
And you know, I don't want to fucking
The
think
art of
about it.
capturing.
I don't know how I went down this road, but I'm changing the subject now. So what? Well, okay, guys, I want to. So we have a predominantly male listenership. There are some ladies out here. We're probably gonna get more ladies because of you guys. So thank you for bringing in our female listenership.
Thanks, Don.
What would be?
For real. I don't know why it had nothing to do with it.
I want you guys to think of like 3 tips. What are 3 things that you advice, and it can be dating advice, it can be motivational advice that you would give to a guy that's coming up right now in the world, is trying to make something better for himself. So anybody can start. Whoever's got the first one off the tip of their tongue.
Well, for me, I wouldn't really give a love advice because, you know, I just found my love, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just something all new to me. But what I would give advice for is that success is not a destination, it's a journey. You know what I mean? So every goal is successful. This moment is successful, you know. Everything's just successful. So don't get down for no bumps in the road, you know?
Yeah.
Because everybody gets in, when they get in that bump in the road, it's over. It's not over, you know what I mean? Success, again, is not a destination, it's a journey. So if you taking that journey, you're successful. Always keep that in mind.
Great advice.
Definitely confidence, man. You got to have confidence and believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, like pretty much every successful person, man, started with nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? They started at the bottom and they had doubters. Everybody was telling them they couldn't do it. I'm sure everybody told Mark Zuckerberg he couldn't start Facebook, or, you know what I'm saying, Bill Gates, they told him he couldn't do it, and they did it. So you got to have the confidence and believe in yourself that you can really, like, take over the world. That's kind of how I wake up every morning, like, man, I could take over the world. You know what I'm saying? So confidence is key, and that goes into your love life too. Like, that attracts women. Like, when you walk into a room and you walk in there confident, like, women are gonna, like, immediately look like, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? If you walk in the room and you, like, got your shoulders down and you're kind of, like, looking down and you're not sure of yourself, women are not gonna be attracted to that. So it goes for success, and that goes for, like, a love life. Is confidence is key.
Yeah, and if you're looking for more confidence, I actually break down the whole how confidence exists, what it is, and why it is. So that's pretty much all throughout my coaching program. But yeah, I think the main thing is you hit a pain point in your life and you go, I want to be there, or something, you know, there's something in your life that's causing you pain, and you go, fine, fuck it, and you go out and you get experience, and that process, the continual process of going out and getting experience to kind of avoid pain, or to chase a goal that you feel is going to, you know, gain some pleasure in your life or give you some pleasure in your life. That experience is what creates the confidence. It's like you at some point you didn't believe in yourself. There was that moment when you were like, I don't care. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to try this. I'm going to jump off that cliff. And then by jumping, you're like, oh shit, man, I'm not made of glass. I can do this. And as you start to, you know, kind of that momentum starts to build. It's like, man, yeah, this is awesome. I can do this. And then it's like, man, I can do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's how it's built, guys. Because I mean, shit, when people used to tell me confidence when I was like in my early 20s, I was like, what the fuck do you mean by confidence?
Right.
Like, just be confident. I'm like, yeah, just gonna sit here, be more confident, because I have no fucking idea what that word means.
Right.
You know, you think you do, but you know, you're still kind of insecure, and you know, like I'm like, well, you know,
Yeah, easy for you to say.
yeah. I was a little self-aware and self-conscious, and I was like, well, how do you turn that off? I'm like, how do people turn that off? They don't tell you that it comes. It's a trial by fire. You gotta burn it off.
Fuck it. Yeah, you just say
Yeah,
fuck it.
you put yourself in enough uncomfortable situations, you just suddenly stop giving a shit, and it's like that's how it works. So what do you? So what's one piece of advice that you got?
3 tips?
3 tips if you got 3.
I think to be successful, you in like the dating, I think you should always be clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, look clean.
Yeah, don't be some nasty motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? Take care of your appearance. And then, you know, a lot with appearance, like, even if you don't have any clue to appearance, like, look at a guy girls adore and just say, you know what, man, what is it about that? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to go to the store and get some more better, you know, clothes that kind of fit my whatever, you know?
And that stuff will make you feel better about yourself and all that.
Definitely. Smell good. You know what I'm saying? Like, really smell good. So when you walk in a place, the girl remember you, you know, off your smell.
Definitely.
Too, you know, because when a girl comes to you and she's like, you smell good. That's initial conversation right there. You can start. That's your future.
That's branding right there. That's good branding.
My favorite cologne is the Chanel OG.
Or if you like the Tom Ford Black Orchid, you know, I suggest that too, you know, but.
Just putting it out there. Wait, guys, they haven't paid us.
They got to pay me for that. I'm not dropping my cologne.
I can't
They haven't
give all the
paid me
tips,
for it.
but smelling good, okay, appearance. And then, you know, you do want to have that ambition, and you got to have it, you know, your own life. So when she asks you what you do and, you know, what you're about, you got to have something to talk about.
Those are actually 3 great tips. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Those are like the 3 most important. Oh, actually, smell is kind of somewhere in there, but but yeah, I mean, having your own shit, having your own life, your own goals, you know, being married to something that's greater than yourself, I think is really, really attractive quality to females. And then confidence, like you guys, I mean, no wonder why you guys get the girls. You guys got it. You guys understand this stuff.
Y'all understand.
I was totally gonna rap Vanilla Ice in here, like. Because that's like the only rap song I think I know is, you know, all right, what is it? Ding, 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 ding. All right, stop, collaborate and listen. I sit back to my brand new invention, something. Grabs a hold of me tightly, phone like a
I don't even know that
yeah,
song.
nobody knows
That's
that song,
crazy.
which is why it's great, you know. But real quick, so where can people find you guys? And do you have any last words in terms of promotion, projects you're working on? We're going to start from here and go to there.
Well, my name is Soundz. You know, I'm a producer, artist, songwriter, platinum, Grammy nominated. You can find me on Instagram, Soundz, Soundz, straight up.
Perfect.
And, you know, other avenues and stuff, but are all like posted on my Instagram. So just go in there and you can find all the like links.
Awesome.
This is your boy Don Benjamin, and all my stuff is straight to the point. Everything is the same: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud is all at It's Don Benjamin, so the ITS in front of Don Benjamin. Me and Soundz are actually working on a couple records, so be on the lookout for that. I got some new records on my SoundCloud right now. Got a couple movies I'm working on, man. I got a lot in the works, so just go follow my social media, and you will definitely get blasted with all the work that I'm doing.
Blasted.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And
I'm
JQ.
at the official JQ everywhere. If you want to connect with me, and that's DA, not THE. And yeah, just, you know, hook up, whatever. You know what I mean? You want to see what's going on? My single, Deep in Your Love, featuring Aaron Fresh, is out right now, you know, all over, everywhere online. So if you want to take a listen to it, just check it out. What
was the handle again? I got a little confused. I was like, there's no way they're going to follow that. I didn't even get it.
The official JQ.
Duh. So it's DA.
Yeah, not THE.
Okay.
DA. Yeah.
The official JQ.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yo, one more thing. Oh, yeah, I got a single out right now. It's
All right.
featuring Jeremiah. It's called Partner in Crime.
Awesome.
Everybody go check that out.
All right. Well, cool. Thanks for coming on the show, guys. And hold on, I got to find my mouse. There you go. That's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Male Radio.
Turn up.
You're listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski. right here on LA Talk Radio.